Welcome to 843 TV. I'm your host, Lisa Richardson, and today we're going to be talking with some of our athletic environment in our local community today to talk about how the COVID-19 has really affected this sports season. First up, we have Joseph.Monmonier. He is the athletic director at Hilton Head Island High School and also serves on the South Carolina Athletic Administrators Association. Next, we have Mr. Dave Adams. He's been a coach in our community for many years, impacted a lot of people, and he's going to be bringing us some insight on the private school football season. And finally, we have Miss Mindy Hopman. She's with South Coastal FCA, going to share a little bit of how we're bringing hope and encouragement to sports and athletes and coaches during this time when sports games are canceled. So stick around for this episode of 843 TV, where communities come to speak.
843 TV, where the Lowcountry comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
Welcome to 843 TV. We're in studio today and we have a special edition. We're talking about how the high school athletics has been impacted by the COVID-19, and joining us now is Joseph.Monmonier. He is the athletic director at Hilton Head Island High School, also serves on the South Carolina Athletic Administrators Board, and you were just voted for a Administrator of the Year. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Lisa, and thanks for having me today.
Absolutely. Also, you help out on the South Carolina High School League. So we're going to talk about here locally at Hilton Head and then maybe the bigger picture statewide and what's unfolding there. So obviously spring sports stopped in its tracks. Never happened before. We've never seen this. Talk about the effects that it's had so far on athletics as a whole.
Well, as you said, it stopped athletics as a whole. Right now, we're not allowed to do any competition, so the season stopped after probably the first couple of weeks. Tennis was one sport that didn't even get a game in. Most of our sports got 2 or 3 games. We were able to have our softball team and our boys lacrosse team were actually able to celebrate senior night because right before that all happened, we had a game that night. And it's just been a very interesting time. It's very depressing for not just our seniors who lost out on their senior year, and we were going to be very good in several sports. We would have pushed probably most of our teams to the playoffs, and just not having that opportunity for those seniors to finish their careers, because as you know, most of them they don't play athletics anymore after high school. But we've planned a couple things. We had the Let There Be Light. Be the Light movement last week, and we had all of our seniors parade through the school campus. We turned all the lights on, so we're doing little things like that to kind of make it a better situation. But the other side of it is all your younger underclassmen, they lose a year of experience. So with college recruiting and things like that for our juniors and sophomores, they lose a whole year of athletics. So.
True, and no one thinks about that. Right now we're thinking about seniors, but truthfully, it's that building year for the underclassmen and for your teams, future of your teams. But you all have done a pretty good job of trying to keep athletes and coaches motivated, besides with the senior celebrations. Share with us some of the things you've been doing maybe online.
Well, online with Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. We've been posting for our spring senior athletes. They filled out a questionnaire, and we've been doing a little I don't even know, a GIF of them and maybe their favorite quote or what their coaches taught them or what they miss about being with their teammate, maybe where they're going to school next year, things like that. We had a series of our coaches just doing some motivational, like Motivational Monday, Workout Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, where we had coaches go back to when they played and showed some video of them. It was just some fun stuff. And South Carolina School League is doing this Spirit Challenge. We've been working with that. So just various things that kind of keep people occupied. Our coaches have been allowed to have virtual meetings now with the athletes and virtual workouts, but we haven't really had any face-to-face contact with our student athletes.
What is the high school league mandating as of now, and as you look to June? What's looking at?
Well, right now it's open season for fall sports, so volleyball, football, those type of sports can have virtual meetings and virtual workouts. You cannot come together as a group. but you can send out workouts. You can't make it mandatory, so coaches are coming in contact. They're having Zoom meetings with their athletes. June 1st is kind of the day of re-entry. So when June 1st happens, that's kind of the open season for all sports. So they have June and part of July that they're able to work out with their teams. Now, depending on the restrictions by the governor of this social distancing, as well as how many can be in a group, is going to depend on what we can do. We might be able to have one coach and 3 athletes. We might have to be able to have one coach and 10 athletes. We don't know. And then just the precautions of what we're going to need to do. Are we going to need to take everyone's temperature? Are we going to, for volleyball, for instance, if we're inside, do we have to clean the floors between practices, or all the volleyballs, things like that. So we don't really, there's a lot of gray area, but we're looking for the NFHS and the high school league, as well as our district, to hopefully come up with some guidelines to help protect not only our student athletes, but our coaches and the public in general.
So many things to consider, like you said, cleaning the balls in between and sanitizing the floors. A whole new landscape is ahead for you. So now, even beyond the sports itself, you're looking at some other challenges potentially down the road. Fundraising, talk about some of those things you anticipate might happen. How might that look?
Yeah, a lot of our fundraising goes through our local businesses, and they're hurting right now, and it's hard for us to go out and ask for a donation for a sign when they're trying to pay their employees. So it's going to be very interesting this year. I'm going to meet with some of my coaches and try to figure out other different ways besides hitting up our businesses this year. I'm sure they're going to try to help support us as they have in the past, but like I said, there's other, putting food on the table, rent, helping their employees is much more important than to help support the local athletic department. Now, with that said, we need those funds in order to operate because, and as well as the tax bracket with the state, we don't know how much money, but we're going to be budgeted come next year for our school district. So there's just a lot of unknowns with finances, but the good thing is that we are in good shape. We're hoping that we can get through this year with the minimal, not ordering anything or need of any major equipment at this point. Hopefully nothing will break, and we can move forward and like I said, go through this year and think of different ways to help support our businesses, as well as them returning the favor and supporting us.
I think you'll agree. One thing we have seen, our community is always willing to help and rebound through these times. We've seen it with hurricanes and so many things, and I expect that would be the same for you all and for the rest of us as we look forward to fall. So if you want to get a hold of Joe and find out how you can support Hilton Head High School athletics or any school in the Beaufort County area, just check out the website, and we wish you the best for the rest of the summer and as you look into fall. Thanks for coming down today, Joe.
Thanks, Lisa, for having us. I really appreciate you having us talk about athletics.
Absolutely. And you all stay right here. We're going to be back with more 843 TV.